Danganronpa.
You want me to punish you guys? Thrills! Chills! Yahoo!
Alrighty! Leave it to me! I'm sorry.
Enough already!
I see. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Leave it. I got it. Ding ding ding. Oh, that's... Could it be? I'm sorry. Hey! You can't! Hey! You can't! That's... Hold on, Nagito! What are you doing?
What am I doing? Playing Russian roulette, obviously. I've only removed one bullet. So there's only a 1 in 6 chance that I'll survive.
You can't! Please stop!
It's not much of a talent, but Even I have an ultimate level talent, and I'm the ultimate lucky student. But if I can't win when there's only a 1 in 6 chance of success, then what kind of ultimate talent is that? I mean, if my luck gets me killed like this, there's no way you can really call that talent. If I'm truly the ultimate lucky student, I need to survive here. Isn't that right?
Please!
Well done. Here. Uh-huh.
Hey, hey!
What? Phew.
Can you hear me? Well? I think...
Hello there. Hey. Now then. Hey.
Could it be?
Wow.
Huh?
Actually... Well... Man. You stay quiet. Yep. Right? Hey. Hey. Well... Hey. Well... Yep.
Perhaps.
How unfortunate.
Why?
Jeez. Right? Man. Well... Isn't that right? Stop. There's no mistake. You don't even know? Man. That's not it. Hey,
Hold it.
what?
Well?
Yep.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
So...
man. Jeez. Stop it.
Oh.
You're right. Bye now.
Hey. Yep.
Yo. Hey. Hey. Huh? You stay quiet. Well, that's obvious. Now then. Oh my!
Hold it.
You serious? Damn it! Hey. Wow. Right? Huh?
It cannot be.
I won't forgive you.
You don't know?
Damn it!
You stay quiet. Jeez. Well... Damn it! Maybe... You're the worst. Jeez. Well... don't even know? Hey. See? Now then. Well... You don't know? It's obvious. Well... Huh? See? Hey. Huh? Now then. Right? Huh? Damn right.
Yep.
Hey. Jeez. Jeez, you're pathetic. What's up?
Hey, hey.
You? Hey, hey! Now then. Even so. Hey! Yep. Hey, hey! Impossible!
Hold it.
I see. See? Now then. See? Well... What?
It appears that it's time for the class trial! To tell you the truth, I'm tired. Extremely tired. Man, I know it's bad, but I'm so sleepy. Though I really don't feel like it, even though it's impossible since it's so annoying.
Hey, hey! Damn it!
Hey, hey!
Hey, hey.
You're pathetic. It appears you cannot escape. It's nearly showtime!
Yep.
Damn it! What? Isn't that right? Well... Hey. No good at all. Right? Man. Hey. Well, yeah.
Hey, come on now. Now I'm really angry. Now then. Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with—
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that her— Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, We found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. Someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk anyway. It's definitely some...
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon. Well, the weapon is obvious, right? What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that and beat the crap out of him!
If it was unexpected, I suppose that it...
That's right! It was a surprise! The weapon is decided!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that and beat the crap out of him! Damn it!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the...
That pillar.
No, the hammer! The killer used and beat the crap out of him!
No, that's wrong! No, I can't accept that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least. But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Yeah, but killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously...
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangster? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys. I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to...
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime...
Then, how about if it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be...
I see! The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon! Coach Nekomaru got clobbered!
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar, even if you used 100% of your muscle strength.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could've...
Huh?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body! With that dude's super strength, lifting a...
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Neko...
Don't be stupid!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, that's nothing to do with the case at all.
Well,
What the heck?
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
huh?
Yes. For reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. Alright, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go! There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia! I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Damn it!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong! If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain?
I just...
A feeling, huh?
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we? There's another way to use that pillar to kill.
Then I shall ask you.
You guys, same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers. So you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh. What did you say? Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito. What the hell? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you...
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill!
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item...
A specific...
Of course, the ultimate weapon. Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know? We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate. I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the...
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion. In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
In truth, Strawberry are actually the exact same place.
No, that's wrong. Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
Hajime, I won't tolerate it.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the...
And so then what? You seriously think...
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much. If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building.
Bow down! Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you
If it is too heavy to carry, just like if there is no bread, let them eat. There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
moving the body and the pillar in such a short time? That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly wielding the power of the futuristic robot pillar. He could have moved it all easy as pie. It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words! Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Huh?
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired-up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought—
If they're not the same building, or two different buildings...
No.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint!
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows.
I have a good reason. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action. I see!
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, at an opportune time, I found a perfect camp.
You took a...
Yep. See? Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right? Then let's begin. Here!
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle. Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
This is definitely... This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angle suggests it was taken from higher up.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now, if you guys are truly simple, it might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe.
The top floor.
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it off the top floor.
So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
it's all coming together! Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it.
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
I see!
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap! I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided.
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we... And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then, it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the... Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building...
Aw, your precious hammies don't know. Alrighty then. I'll be the one. I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices. I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake bot?
Nagumaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare...
You're magnificent!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was it that...
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
And hurry up!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Damn it!
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies was actually a...
You mean a fake?
Nagumaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair!
So which one?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this.
Then hurry up, dummy!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Damn it!
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Damn it!
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery!
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies was actually a dummy!
Damn it!
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the was actually a dummy! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies was actually a dummy! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Damn it!
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this.
Then hurry up!
One of the bodies was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair!
So which one?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
No, that's wrong! Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said, Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Great Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss... You are...
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if
I see.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important...
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that?
Must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see! We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator!
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
see!
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And? Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, the reason is because that elevator...
Damn it! We will never give up! You must be
What? Are you saying?
Where the hell is this?
I see! I see!
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors...
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show. Why was something like...
So we falsely believed that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because...
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building...
Did you hear that?
Don't blame this on me! Take responsibility!
Then I'll take responsibility.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen! Stop with the tasteless jokes!
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that...
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically. If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other? If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the Answer me, fiend!
What does this mean?
The two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, if the contact elevator is behind, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means you're...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
Damn it!
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both, if the contact elevator is behind, the towers are in opposite directions.
Damn it!
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
If the two houses are
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong! The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito baby.
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the...
Rotated 108, meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 100. was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side, which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even—
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all! You're inhuman!
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet?
What is the octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple... I see!
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable. I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name?
Crap! 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 We will never give up! Crap! You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the octagon?
You know how the four-sided strawberry house is on top of the... If you cut a four-sided shape out of a six-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality,
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
that's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse, which means the killer used the building structure like me, the killer, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building.
The funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
Okay, everyone, all together now! Mon ami is a serious Stufatly.
Hello! I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to say it frequently. I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Is it really alright to accept a situation?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's real, the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekumaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for... I will sincerely retract that remark.
Reed.
I'm disappointed too, you know? If this was a murder for the sake of hope...
There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such action.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You're drooling waterfalls?
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
That's it? I think he might have
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected. Then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off?
That, I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone?
It might be possible you could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is true.
But my gut is... When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about after locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has... As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
When the elevator is on the 1st, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Damn it!
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Damn it!
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, You can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator? As long as there's a moving object inside.
No, that's wrong!
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekamaru wasn't moving inside,
Could it be...
when Nekamaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed it, right?
I see. So
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekamaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain. Before silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
the doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to...
Silence, pest!
Don't be so... What if I start to enjoy it?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to...
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence!
Don't... What if I start to enjoy it?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Crap!
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence!
Don't be... What if I start to enjoy it?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious. Crap!
We will never give up!
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the...
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up?
Silence!
Don't... What if I start to enjoy it?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the...
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the...
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement...
The hammer is suspicious.
Crap!
If you arrange it a certain way, You can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the...
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I agree with that. Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that...
That's right. He was suspended in mid-air. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower and suspended Nekomaru in mid-air.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that!
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy! So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you... Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall. Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell? Nekomaru should have... If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to him. Now's the time if you... But in that, you still won't be able to explain... Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own. Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words! What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down and...
What are you saying?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hit... If something like that happened to you, instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make it, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably... If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have...
I see. So that's how...
Do you finally understand?
Yeah. It appears it's just... I'm just a pest. No. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia?
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey! Why'd you...
This guy, he gets off on this! So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar.
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was...
See, I told you the pillar was...
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that.
At this point, it is quite difficult.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta!
Stop calling me...
What'd you just say? Did you say...
You didn't check it yourself?
Nah, that's because even though I slept in a little...
Now that you mention, there was no way I could be late for Monokuma.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30...
It appears yet another... How were you able to discover Nekomaru?
That's what I want to know!
We headed for Great Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chip was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
This time of death and attack, one of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tamper. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, that's wrong! No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer...
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape...
No, I checked all the clocks.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do.
And because of that, I can
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying!
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding.
I never misunderstand! Oh,
it's all coming together! You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhi?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's...
I see. So the killer...
So that's what it was.
This is truly
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly...
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used?
If only I heard the sound when you fell. It would have been a great clue.
or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. It does not exist in this world.
If the time in the building was off, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, in our time.
Are there any clues that can be used?
If only I heard the sound when you fell.
I agree with that. That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep.
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the What is it?
Oh, well. That sound, everyone?
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were...
I could not sleep at all. I was...
There's nothing to worry about. What's...
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference,
I heard that sound.
Huh? You can...
I instantly woke up and left my room.
Excellent work, Akane!
I see!
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30. That means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would...
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of...
The reason is obvious. So they could lure out just Nekomaru. If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a split... I see!
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did...
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning, but if they mess with all the clocks inside the building...
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact...
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to...
When I witnessed Neko...
If I recall, and if that time was also 2 hours off, at that time, he was heading over to...
I see. Now that I think about it...
Too early!
You said everyone. We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth...
Ah, jeez! That's, well, what was it? You know...
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's spot?
Wrong!
What?
That's not it!
That's definitely...
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased. Hey, why would that decrease the number of... You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what...
Huh? What the hell do you...
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower.
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru. Plus, it was just before that rumbling. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi...
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi?
The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left. We were both on the same floor.
Which means that person does not. Who is it?
You're the only one! The one who wasn't there.
That's right. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though you weren't in your room.
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna...
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge,
You couldn't.
It's merely...
not only did I not hear the alarm,
However, it is obvious that I did not hear the alarm. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else...
To be honest, it's not just... I was in a pretty deep sleep. It wasn't that. I probably
couldn't hear it.
you still think about what the three of us who didn't hear.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. If I recall...
The reason we could not...
That's right. It was because you actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent? Now then, you guys must...
Hold on a sec! Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue. And a decisive... fact.
You